We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And off we go from Denver. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's the rookie from Tennessee. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You look at this Raiders defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Off the play fake, Nix. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Throwing is Milton. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. On the handoff, Abanikanda. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Milton. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. To throw is Milton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Milton now to throw. That is incomplete. I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot. Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit. See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Nix to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Broncos sitting at 5-2 on the year. They coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight. And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. So third down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there, with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone.
they're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are once again back in front. Now Cade York for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting. What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
79 Broncos.
Now it's Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready? 70 Lions. 18 Pioneer. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Go.
Throwing Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Down the left sideline. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Cowboy 80.
Here's Nix. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Let's go. Street.
Chart the motion man right.
Take go.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Broncos 7.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Here we go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. On the ground, here's Mims. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7. To throw, it's Milton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Milton. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 78 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd down and 4. Now Milton. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. In motion goes the tight end. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Operating from the gun. Milton looking for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 26 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
60 Eagle. No. Go, Reed. Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Trap 60.
To throw is Nix. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Let's look to add the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Milton. His throw incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Oh, design run for their wideout. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. If this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On second down, they'll run it here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback laying on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Milton. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Broncos 17. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Street, street. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 19 Lion.
To throw, here's Nix. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Fights loose. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go, here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Here we go, shot.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Come on, set.
Nix from the shotgun. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's for the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before break. Nix looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Broncos 17.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff, and the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Back to throw. Milton, short throw, caught by Bowers. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Milton buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Milton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
19 tight. 19 tight. Here we go. Set.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Come on. Set.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
79
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hurt.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. He's got it at the 15. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Set. 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Go.
Operating from the gun. Nix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Dawson Knox, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready, ready. Let's go now.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. Milton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Milton going up top. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brock Bowers, 60 yards. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. The York on now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Raiders 45, Broncos 24. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, set. Come 19, trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Nix. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Now they'll change things up.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
70 ranging. Check smash. Panther 11. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on, set. 18 Rattler. 19 Lion. Ready.
Here's Nix once more. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Taken down at the 41. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60. Check go.
Looking to throw. Nix working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Set. Warrior 70.
Back to the air with Nix. Forced out to his left. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Operating from the gun. Nix. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now an audible here into something else. Throwing is Milton. And that is incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards, as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Second and 14. On the slant, this is Chark. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go. Buffalo 18.
Back to throw. Nix. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. Here we go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Come 19. Come 19. Hut, hut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. We just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Chap 60. Chap 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Panther 11. Panther 11. Hurt. Hurt. Hey, smash Bronco. Hut.
They're going. It's Nix. Wide open receiver complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Sack.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
24. Dave York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Nix to the air. On the move to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now it's Nix. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing Nix. Being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
65, Cat, 65, no!
Here's Nix. And the Raiders have got him. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here is 3rd and 5.
Warriors 70. Let's go now.
To throw, it's Milton. That is caught, and he is going to have the Raiders 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So this one, a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Las Vegas, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the
glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got two shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this. Hello, my name's Jason. And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winner's tree.
like damn, why I get a like urn? I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like white, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, tryna avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. The hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf on the last few deals. When the night check came and I still got chills. Hit a 2K lick, I ain't even go pro. Got a boss outlet, now I'm smelling like gold. Call me Ice Cube, baby, where they sit on my chain. Heard a lame tryna play up my name when I'm 23 to it. And I'm going no brain, going dumb with these hundreds in my thumb. Got stank. Out here, everything come free. I ain't never met God, but I bet he know me. Put the money in a set of dying them streets to the boy alley hooping. I ain't riding on fleek. Got a Porsche light skin in the ceiling, got peeled. I was 20 plus young when got real young black boy running, got me out of that field. Better living off game, you should get it on film. I ain't never your kind, late but I'm really on time. Girl, what you put in your mind, I ain't digging your sign. True for that mine, hurt but I made it out fine. Still in my prime, bro, really outline. Talk like you Tony out grind, throwing 20 on 9. How you live with no spine, bro, better off dying. Man, you got nerve, bro, need to get a bird. And I'ma get it off first, find a way you ain't surf. You looking all hurt, funny till your ego got nerve. Boy, I made it all worse, woke up looking like work. 150 lay on my shirt, 20 lay on my teeth. Boy, I make an M in my sleep, everything I want in my reach. I'ma run it off tops, wonder where I been, I've been pulling off lots. 454, I'ma keep it on stock. Bezel with the ticker on rocks. Big side, tell me what I ain't got. Get it right now where I got it back then. Number one stunner, but the level on. Raised by the gang with a meal like Philly with a watch 250 and a so silly. When the door got closed, I ain't feel too bad. I'ma run mine up, I'ma have some stash. Now you in a broad purse, but you going outside. Now you on the couch surfing, you keep a little rat. Living out his backpack, need to get it back. Got a grade double R and you need both lanes. Got a dollar to his name, but he all gang. But you all on my when I find that strange. Keep playing with the fire, but his get burned. But your boy got spit when the light got turned. Got a dog crack when the boy won't learn. Big wrapped up shorty when the block gets shurned. Always sorry when the cap don't work. Got the butterfly doors and the fly like bird. Better love my but I ain't them nerd like damn. Why pie get like yarn?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing left to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more? See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
Ay, wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Yeah, straight out the Lennox. That on for hours. I'm straight out the minutes. They calling up Dion and straight out the business. We take out the Sims and then take out percentage. Period, break out the minutes from capital M. Now we straight out the sentence. They pay out the pay out the pay out. I'm finished. Then grade out the Lakers. The Bay watch the women. I'm go meet your mate. Lord, please don't save them. Mind a bump, since I've been paving the road. I go to sleep, go major. Silver too, but I've been playing for gold. The metal keep close range. I cleaned up, still dangerous. Can't change West Philly raised. Wake up, shot calling. Paid what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. This be my tunnel music. They cut that confetti, I'm running through it. They clear that whole lane, I'm running through it. And if they run at me, let my youngins do it. I just married, I'm honeymooning. I got hot on my own and ain't nothing coolin'. I don't punch in no clock, a sun and moon. I'm shot, bullet, proven, let it go. Wake up, shot calling. Pay what I bought it. New crib, psychotic. I'm so iconic. Fly down to see the islands. She ain't even bring a wallet. They don't get it, but I got it. I'm so iconic. Got your stacks up, but you ain't got no rings, yeah. Got my stats up, I'm living out my dreams, yeah. Stretch this condo, I can fit a limousine, yeah. Ain't that ironic? I'm so iconic. I'm so iconic. Yeah, I'm so Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that Enzo? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My thing Kindle. I'm beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my man's a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I get till I can't even. Saw mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Adelmar crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in a tank. I'ma pull up just to stun. Cat, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gon' do? 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 I'm finna. What you gon' do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a lot of chips, stacking a lot of guaps. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, I flow elevator, we fixin' my brad. How you want deposit the memo or cash? Red like yellow, like green, like gold. The events, I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend want me alone. None of my bitches be your home, and I blah. I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. Hurt. All in your brain. Hurt, get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 I'm finna stunt.
We about to move, son. Don't talk about it unless you do, son. I make the backyard feel like a stampede. I make a trash car feel like it's a Bentley. Hanging like a war hall or like a bank seed. And hit the stage, turn the people into family. I'm talking back then, you didn't know me. But you feel it now, acting like the homie. Talking about, hey, can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right now. We about to move, son. Don't talk about it unless you do, son. I said I feel like money on the line. I said I feel like Kobe in his prime, man. Do it for the city, not the ground. I'ma keep it real, 100 grand. Back then, they really didn't know me. But right now, they acting like we're homies. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right now. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right now.
Bottles and believe we back in business. This is highly recommended. This for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here for the flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world and and seen them thing that I can't buy. See, reaching these type of heights that come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers. Want the pick of the litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody. What up?
Showtime, yeah, this is the big ticket. Coach at Cop Town, I'm talking that King Richard. This like a movie, I'm seeing the bigger picture. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing them glass slippers.
On sight, I give you the green light. This all bark, we all bite.
You gambling with your life? Well, let's roll the dice.
Don't be some problems if this dog in a fight.
That's right.
I'm just trying to get
Legendary,
open them wide.
something like
Mind if I pull up with a few?
we can arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Hip hop took this globe.
We done did it.
Wanna see a mogul? We showing you how to pivot. Got this from DMC. Let's run with it. Took the fundamentals and having some fun with it.
These songs, King Kong, my team strong. Godzilla set fire to whatever I breathe on. Got the killers in choir all singing my theme song.
I could never do this alone.
Come on.
Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case get out of pocket. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop and keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic in case you forgot it. Anonymous head bobbing, baby, keep that popping.
Baby, I'm just trying to get
Legendary,
open them wide.
something like
Mind if I pull up with a few?
we can arrange that.
Dropping out of the blue.
You know what that.
All I wanna do is and just take your money. All I wanna do is and just take your money.
Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Ay, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, been more PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is like my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean a banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
There's a girl in my backyard. I can run fast but won't get far. My mom thinks that I'm an animal. I'm just looking for the antidote. There's a British girl on my TV screen. She's so hot, she's so mean. Burn my body like it's flammable. Girl, I'm still a fan of you.
Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of
Your sensation, my fixation.
Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of yours.
Your sensation is my fixation.
Say don't play with me, but I still gamble with it. We getting right before we take off on the landing strip. Know that you like all the attention that a fan gives. Say that you like me, but you way too young for marriage. I've been here before, I know exactly how it goes. Yeah, now I got you packing up your clothes. You can hit me up and let me know exactly when you close. I'm her favorite, says she need a. She wanna all day.
Hey, 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 hey. Like a cannibal. Baby, I'm a fan of yours.
Your sensation, my fixation.
Just tell me that it's tangible. Baby, I'm a fan of yours.
Your sensation is my fixation.
Two in, two back ends, booked up. Look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now. See now, society's time me release now. Crazy, I'm finna go see now. Big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one. 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm
face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will put an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy. Yes, I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted, mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed, yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when
like I got renovated. I'm cocky when I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and ratchet, I'm the hood motivation. On top of the world now, they tried to underestimate me. Get 'em, go. Them fraudulent, you know you the truth. Get 'em, go. Stop overthinking, these can't with you. Get 'em, go. Standing on business in these Chanel shoes. Before I let her play with me, I'll go eat some jail food on God. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. No competition, these stale. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Keep running circles around these snails. And my bumping up in the jail on the gang.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do hired. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my floor's too high up. I got keys, that girl's on fire. Who's the boss? I got 5 on me, like what's the cost? I'm at 5 hotel in a suite, I'm lost in white. Get down sheets, I got stripes on my cheeks, Hermes fur on my feet. I'm a lead. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. We burning up. Every time we hear me, we turning up. Every time you see me, I look like bugs. Pound my friends in a big black truck. I'm finesse, I like salsa. I'm a dancer, You pay fees for my big show in Ibiza for my leisure. I don't do arguments in my relationships. I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this and say something. I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this. I'm lit. I don't do two-face and that's the face card on my wrist. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. I ain't out on my lonesome. They want me to lonesome. I made a fortune. They can't let that go none. I'm doing so much that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the Achi. I put the girl in the top T. Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my op always watching. I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. And I said, loser. Why the always coming out the woodwork? Don't know why she mad, 'cause ain't nothing I did Gucci, her black designer say Gucci, Prada print. DOE, I'm a condo rich. Big Dolce, Diva, Donda, Dundada, Tokyo, Honda drip. Poppin' Dolce season, new persona, new pushback, but I'm still gon' get that. Labels quaking, they mistaken. I'm that wrist they frozen, QU. Let's go, I'ma get. Unfazed, unbothered, with a boo, why bother? I'm that, you ain't no. I'm a get money type of. If you ain't getting money, don't type me. Crocodile Birkin might bite him. Can't hang with her if I don't like them. These I come through and it be crickets. I come through and moves be switching. I'm the problem, I'm the villain. I don't see these rickshaws throwing dirt on my name and he gon' hit still. Know who to play with, and these know who to play with.
Ice cream, Shanti playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. None my hair boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Sad boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his soul. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that, I think he knows. When I save him like that,
the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through. Bet the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little something bring me back to the